If you're over 60 and dealing with kidney issues, this might be one of the most important videos you'll ever watch. There's a truth that very few people talk about. The foods you eat every single day, especially protein, could be quietly damaging your kidneys, little by little. You might think you're eating healthy, cutting back on sugar, avoiding greasy foods. But if you're choosing the wrong kinds of protein, your kidneys could still be under enormous stress, leading to higher levels of urea, excess acid, water retention, and quietly speeding up kidney failure, without any warning. I've worked with hundreds of kidney patients over the past 15 years. And one thing I've seen again and again: choosing the right protein can help people maintain kidney function longer, feel less fatigued, and live more independently right in their own home. In today's video, I'll walk you through 4 golden protein sources for people with kidney problems, easy on the body, yet nourishing enough to help you stay strong, keep your muscles, and protect your energy. But I'll also give a serious warning about 6 common proteins that may seem harmless but could be quietly making your kidneys worse every single day. You'll also learn how to cook them, how to choose them wisely, and I'll share one simple morning trick to help your kidneys flush more gently and effectively. If you want to live longer and live well, don't skip this video. Watch to the end. It could change your health, and maybe even your future. Imagine a quiet, peaceful morning. You wake up, make yourself a warm cup of tea, then slowly step into the kitchen to prepare breakfast. You grab some eggs, a bit of ham, maybe a few slices of bread. Everything feels normal, but what you don't realize is that this very routine meal might be placing more pressure on your already tired kidneys. I once worked with a patient named James, 68 years old, a former carpenter who'd always been strong and active. When he was diagnosed with early-stage kidney disease, he didn't feel much, just a little fatigue and some mild swelling in his legs. But within a few short months, his creatinine levels spiked. After reviewing his daily habits, I discovered the root of the problem. James was eating large amounts of red meat, processed meats, and drinking whey protein shakes every morning, believing it was the best way to stay strong and preserve muscle. But everything he thought was healthy was quietly harming his kidneys day by day. Thankfully, he made a change. We replaced those foods with lighter, kidney-friendly protein sources, and just months later, his lab results improved significantly. He never had to go on dialysis. He's still gardening, still taking his evening walks just like before. James' story isn't rare, and that's why I made this video. Not just to share information, but to help you avoid the same mistakes, so you can enjoy the years ahead with more control, better health, and a lighter, freer life. Did you know that just 3 to 4 egg whites a day can help nourish your muscles, maintain energy, and support your body without putting extra strain on your kidneys? Egg whites, simple as they seem, are actually one of the purest, gentlest sources of protein for people with kidney issues. Each egg white contains about 3.6 grams of high-quality protein, but only around 10 milligrams of phosphorus, far too little to cause harm. In contrast, the yolk contains 86 milligrams of phosphorus plus cholesterol, forcing the kidneys to work much harder. The reason doctors often recommend egg whites is because they contain high biological value protein, which means your body can absorb it easily without creating excess waste or urea buildup. Best ways to enjoy egg whites: boiled or steamed, no salt, no oil. Paired with oatmeal porridge, steamed veggie salad, or wrapped in salt-free bread. Important notes: avoid eating raw eggs, it may lead to biotin deficiency. Don't fry them in butter or oil, this creates saturated fats that can harm your heart. And remember, when the heart weakens, the kidneys struggle even more. I once had a patient, Margaret, 72 years old, who began replacing meat with egg whites for breakfast 3 times a week. Within 2 months, she felt lighter, had less swelling, and her blood test results showed real improvement. Tofu, often seen as a simple vegetarian dish, is actually a powerful healing food for people with kidney problems. Just half a cup of tofu contains around 10 grams of protein, yet only 121 milligrams of phosphorus, far less than most meats. What makes tofu even more special is its isoflavones, natural compounds that help reduce inflammation and gradually soothe kidney damage over time. It's not only nutritious, but also easy to digest and doesn't produce high levels of nitrogen waste like red meats do. This means your kidneys don't have to work as hard to filter every day. Suggested ways to enjoy tofu: soak in tofu, Add to vegetable soups or blend into your morning smoothie. Firm tofu. Bake without oil and pair with brown rice and steamed cucumber. Avoid fried tofu, pre-marinated tofu. Tofu with salty sauces or MSG. Pro tip, always read the ingredient label. If you see the words phosphate or any followed by numbers, put it back. That's a food additive that can spike phosphorus levels. I once worked with a 69-year-old man named Alan. He had both diabetes and weak kidneys. After swapping out 3 meat-based meals a week for tofu, he began to lose weight gently, his blood pressure stabilized, nighttime urination decreased, and he slept more deeply. Mild in flavor, easy to digest, tender in texture, and rich in nutrients, tilapia is an excellent protein choice for people with kidney issues who need nourishment without overload. In just 100 grams of tilapia, you get around 22 grams of protein, but only 170 milligrams of phosphorus, a manageable amount for most kidney conditions. It's also rich in vitamin B12 and selenium, two key nutrients that help reduce oxidative stress and support kidney metabolism. Why tilapia stands out: low in fat and doesn't create high levels of uric acid like beef. Gentle on digestion unlike red meats or organ meats that can feel heavy. Best ways to prepare tilapia: steam with lime leaves, bake in foil, or add to a light vegetable soup. Use fresh ginger and lemon for seasoning instead of salt. Avoid deep frying. Pairing with mashed potatoes. Potatoes are high in potassium, which can be problematic. When buying, look for fish labeled as clean farmed or locally sourced with clear origin. Avoid pre-seasoned frozen tilapia or heavily processed fillets. I once treated a patient, Nancy, 74 years old, who began replacing beef with steamed tilapia twice a week. After 3 months, she reported less ankle swelling and said she felt lighter and less fatigued after meals. Many people believe that those with kidney disease should avoid grains altogether, but quinoa is a remarkable exception. 1 cup of cooked quinoa provides about 8 grams of complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. It's also lower in potassium and phosphorus than lentils or black beans, and packed with fiber, helping to reduce nitrogen-based toxins in the gut. Key benefits: promotes regular bowel movements and relieves constipation, reducing toxin buildup that the kidneys would otherwise need to filter. Helps stabilize blood sugar, making it ideal for people with diabetes and chronic kidney disease. How to prepare quinoa: rinse thoroughly before cooking to remove the bitter taste of saponins. Pair with steamed pumpkin, baked tofu, or lightly cooked vegetables. Avoid using pre-seasoned packets or store-bought broths. They often contain high sodium or additives. I once recommended quinoa to a 71-year-old patient named Joan. She swapped white rice for quinoa in 3 meals a week. Within just a month, she noticed less bloating, softer skin, better sleep, and her potassium levels stabilized on her blood tests. By now, you've learned about 4 kidney-friendly proteins, foods that nourish your body without harming your kidneys. But I need to say this because I've seen far too many people make painful mistakes. They thought they were eating healthy, but in reality, they were choosing the wrong kinds of protein disguised as healthy, lean, or even plant-based, that were silently damaging their kidneys every single day. Some of these foods are labeled low-fat, high-protein, or even clean vegetarian. Yet behind the labels, they can spike creatinine, raise blood pressure, and push your kidneys into rapid decline. And the worst part, these mistakes often happen right in your own kitchen using ingredients you've trusted for years. That's why the next part of this video is so important. I'm going to reveal 6 common types of protein you should start avoiding as soon as possible. If you truly want to protect your kidneys, preserve your energy, and stay far away from the exhausting journey of dialysis. 1. Turkey bacon, the healthy disguise. You might think switching from pork to turkey is a smarter choice. It sounds healthier. But turkey bacon is actually one of the most deceptive traps for people with kidney disease. Just 1 thin slice can contain up to 500 milligrams of sodium. That's 1/4 of the daily limit for someone with kidney problems. And what's worse, it often contains hidden phosphates as additives. These can cause your blood phosphorus levels to spike dangerously, and you might not even realize it. Synthetic phosphates from processed foods are absorbed twice as fast as natural ones, meaning your kidneys have to work twice as hard to filter them out. When was the last time you really read the ingredient label on your breakfast foods? Always choose whole, unprocessed options. Avoid anything labeled flavor enhanced or smoked flavor. 2. Red lentils. Not all plant-based is kidney friendly. Red lentils are a popular ingredient in vegetarian and plant-based meals. But for people with kidney disease, they can be a hidden danger in disguise. Just 1 cup of cooked red lentils contains over 700 milligrams of potassium and 350 milligrams of phosphorus, far more than what's considered safe for a single meal in someone with compromised kidneys. Excess potassium can lead to irregular heartbeat, muscle cramps, and in severe cases cardiac arrest. Even though it's plant-based, not every vegetarian food is gentle on the kidneys. Do you regularly eat lentil soup or veggie curry without tracking portion size? You may want to rethink your servings before it adds up silently. 3. Sausages and hot dogs. Fast food, slow damage. They may be nostalgic comfort foods or quick meal fixes. But for someone with kidney issues, sausages and hot dogs are a dangerous deception of taste. They're packed with salt, trans fats, and nitrates, all of which raise blood pressure and damage the delicate blood vessels that supply your kidneys. Worse yet, they often contain artificial phosphates and synthetic flavorings, which overload the kidneys with toxins they must work overtime to eliminate. According to a study by the American Kidney Association, people who consume processed meats like hot dogs weekly experience kidney function decline twice as fast as those who stick to natural proteins. If you truly want to protect your long-term health, choose fresh meats, simply steamed or baked without additives. 4. Whey protein isolate. The more purified, the more dangerous. You exercise. You want to preserve your muscle. So you reach for whey protein. Seems like a smart choice, right? But for weakened kidneys, it can backfire. Whey isolate is a highly processed form of protein stripped of fiber, stripped of vitamins, leaving behind only high concentrations of nitrogen and phosphorus. And your kidneys are left to work overtime, trying to handle the overload. Most people don't realize that ultra-purified protein can cause silent damage. Back pain, fatigue, reduced urination, and by the time you notice, it's often too late. If you need to preserve muscle, go for tofu, whitefish, or steamed eggs instead. Gentler on your kidneys, yet still nourishing. 5. Canned black beans. Convenient doesn't mean safe. Black beans are healthy, but canned black beans? That's a different story. 1 can contains nearly 600 milligrams of potassium, and even if you rinse them, the sodium stays soaked deep inside each bean. Plus, the brine or preserving liquid often adds extra salt, which can lead to water retention, higher blood pressure, swollen legs and hands, and even shortness of breath. Ever notice that even a small serving left you feeling bloated or unusually tired afterward? Try soaking dry black beans and cooking them at home without salt, and you'll likely feel the difference in just a few weeks. 6. Grilled beef steak. Heavy protein, heavier burden. There's nothing quite like the smell of grilled beef. But for weakened kidneys, every bite pushes them closer to the edge. Beef is high in saturated fat, which inflames blood vessels. It's loaded with phosphorus, increasing the risk of bone loss and vascular calcification. And it produces large amounts of uric acid, leading to joint pain, inflammation, and even gout. Kidney damage doesn't always come with sharp pain. It simply drains your strength, day after day. If you truly care about your long-term health, show love to your kidneys. Choose lighter, cleaner proteins. There's one simple habit, completely free, no medication needed, that can have a powerful impact on your kidney health. Especially if you're over 60, it's this. Take a gentle morning walk right after you wake up. Each morning, when the sun is still soft and the air is fresh, spend 20 to 30 minutes walking slowly. In your garden, around your neighborhood, or even down the hallway if it's raining outside. The benefits go far beyond what you might expect. Boosts blood flow to the kidneys. After a full night of sleep, your circulation tends to slow. A light walk brings fresh oxygen and healthy blood flow to your kidneys, helping them filter waste more efficiently throughout the day. 2. Lowers blood pressure, lightens the load on your kidneys. Did you know high blood pressure is one of the silent killers of kidney function? Walking naturally relaxes your blood vessels and gently reduces pressure, taking stress off the glomeruli, the tiny filters inside your kidneys. 3. Helps control blood sugar. If you have diabetes, your kidneys are often the first to feel the damage. Morning walks increase insulin sensitivity, helping stabilize blood sugar and prevent long-term kidney complications. 4. Reduces swelling and fluid retention. Feel lighter, breathe easier. Mornings are when many people feel puffy, bloated, or sluggish. Gentle movement activates your lymphatic system, releasing excess fluids and helping you feel lighter, more comfortable, and more at ease. 5. Increases serotonin, eases anxiety, lifts your mood. Science shows that just 20 minutes of outdoor movement can boost natural serotonin levels in the brain, which improves mood, reduces stress, and helps you sleep better at night. I once worked with a 75-year-old gentleman who walked around his garden for just 15 minutes every morning. No rushing, no pressure, and within 2 months he slept more soundly. His legs felt less swollen, his blood pressure stabilized, and most surprisingly his kidney numbers improved. Are you walking in the morning yet? Try starting tomorrow. Just 10 minutes is enough to begin. Then build up to 20, maybe 30, whatever your body allows, day by day. There's no need to push hard, just be consistent. If you've already been walking, share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step tomorrow. We've just gone through an important journey together. A journey of understanding what your body truly needs, and what it quietly suffers from, especially when your kidneys begin to weaken. For kidney-friendly proteins to enjoy: egg whites, tofu, tilapia, and quinoa. Gentle, complete, and good for both your heart and kidneys. 6 proteins to avoid: turkey bacon, red lentils, sausages, whey isolate, canned beans, and grilled beef. The silent saboteurs you should start removing from your meals as soon as possible. And don't forget, even a small habit, like a morning walk, can make a big difference for your kidneys, your energy, and your entire quality of life. Taking care of your kidneys means protecting your independence, vitality, and peace of mind as you age. If this video brought you value, give it a like. Leave a comment about your experience with food or your morning routine. Subscribe to the channel for new weekly videos on staying strong and healthy after 60. I read every comment, and your story might be the light someone else needs during a difficult time. See you in the next video, where I'll share one small change that can help your kidneys filter better, your heartbeat stay steady, and your sleep feel deeper night after night.